Today I'm going to review 4 ways to find the tempo of an audio sample in Logic Pro X. Finding the tempo of an audio sample is helpful so that you can align Apple loops as well as set your project tempo and use the click metronome to play along and record in time. Okay, so a way to find the tempo of our sample is to go up to where the tempo is kept up here in display and go from keep project tempo and switch it to automatic mode or auto. Now that's going to automatically open up our global tracks, and here you can see the tempo. Hopefully this will change and it will actually be able to analyze and figure out the sample tempo with this option. We're going to go ahead and click change project, and you can see that it has analyzed it, but unfortunately it's still at the same default tempo of 120. Even if we were to turn the click on and play the sample, you can tell it's not in time, unfortunately. Yeah, not quite. So that option is not going to work. You know, you can also rip audio from a movie as well. If you happen to be pulling audio from a movie or a video, go ahead and allow the movie to be opened and the audio track to be extracted. Then go ahead and select the audio sample and frame rate of the movie. If you imported a movie, you'll notice that your audio track is locked. So a quick way to unlock it is to copy and paste it into a new audio track. You can then delete the old audio track. Just be sure to align it properly with the movie prior to exporting it. Alright, well, another option that we can try is you can actually click right here, a right click or control click, and go down to tempo, and you can try to apply region tempo to the project tempo. It's going to have a window pop up, and function applies to tempo selected the region project tempo. It can also align the region to the downbeat. We don't need to worry about that because it's already at the first bar, first beat. Deselect that and then go to apply. And yet again, you can see with this challenging sample that I chose on purpose with an with a pickup and also with some odd phrasing, it's just not able to analyze the tempo and still keeps it at the default of 120. If your global track's not open, you can open that and you can just see right there that it's not lining up. And again, we could play the sample with the click, but it's still not going to line up. So we're going to have to go with trying another option. What we're going to do is go and select this track. We're going to open up the inspector. We are going to let's select audio effects right here. If it's not at the top from using it recently, we're going to go down to let's see, this is under metering, and then BPM counter, and then stereo. Let's see here. So Logic may need several measures with strong transients to figure out an accurate tempo. Now if a sample has a pickup like this sample does on purpose, it's definitely going to be a little bit more challenging, and not the BPM counter probably won't be able to figure out where the actual tempo is. So one solution for this is to try to determine where the beginning and the end of the beat cycle is for the sample. So you could try tapping along with the beat and counting along. We can also zoom in with the waveform zoom and the vertical zoom to see the transients a little better. You can enlarge them here, you know, zooming in and actually seeing where the pulses are and getting a better sight of where things are. You can see there's also a little bit of a dead space at the beginning. We could probably chop off there just to get a cleaner start. And scooting that over, and then just listening where we are. As you can hear, the click is on, and it's definitely not in time. So that's not working. Also, you notice the BPM counter did not come up with the actual beats, BPM, and we'll try it again. You can see it's pulsing. It's almost figuring out where the beat is. Doesn't quite get it. So let's go and turn that click off. So I could definitely feel where the beat is, but it's not where the click is right now at 120. So it actually starts right there. You can see that larger transient right there. Right about there is where it actually starts. So if we started that as our loop spot, we can actually go through with a cycle. 5, 6, 7, and 1. Right there. We can take that and loop that to that point right there. Let's see how that works. So even with the cycle on, finding where the downbeat is with the pickup, being able to loop it to where the pulse is, the BPM counter is still not able to help us. So a fourth and final option for us is to try to figure out if we could maybe play along with another instrument. So what we can do is we can open up a drum possibly. You open up our library there and just pick any old drum set is fine. We're going to select this one. We're going to reopen the inspector with the drum set. Again, we're going to go down to find the BPM counter, which is under metering, or it may be at the top if you've already selected it recently. And we are going to go ahead and tap along. I choose the snare, which is D2. I'm sorry, D1. So I'll try to tap along with that. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the cycle and see if I can record myself tapping along to see if I can get the BPM counter to figure out where the actual pulse is. Alright, so that was pretty close. Let's take a listen. So it's either saying 139 or 140 or 70. So I think one of those two will work. Let's try to loop. Another option is we can also loop just the sample itself, or the recording of the drums itself. And actually it might be better if we actually take it from the very first hit right there. Not quite even. So we'd actually want to bring that in just a little bit to this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to say it's about 139. So let's see if this works. We're going to turn that cycle off. We can go ahead and mute this. We can make it a little smaller now. And let's go ahead and Let's change that to 139. Okay. Also, we have the consideration of this pickup. Let's go and take that out. Let's say that this is the actual downbeat here. There we go. So we're not quite lining up with the actual beat. Let's listen to that again. So we'll need to scoot that over just a little bit to find out where that is. Again, looking for the large transient there. Yeah, just go and scoot this over just a little bit. So we're lining right up on beat 3 right there. Good. Now we move the starter over, or we've actually adjusted the sample, or you can try adjusting there at the start marker. Let's go ahead. Now we set the project to 139. We should be able to add an Apple loop. We could pick some kind of drums, and regardless of what the tempo is, now we want to make sure that that is right at the beginning here. So we're really starting about on beat 3. So this should start right on beat 3. Let's see how that works. And as you can hear, that's right on beat. So have fun with that. Again, if you're going to be recording some live stuff, make sure you turn that click on and play in time. It really does matter to be the percussionist and the heartbeat driving the group.